Down. Which? No. Put down. Jump.
Is that real?
Oh, you look at
Undoubtedly one of the most popular books ever written. A lot of the stories contained within are allegories. This doesn't, however, mean that these stories aren't based on actual events that happened in real life. The only issue when it comes to deciphering these mysteries is that many details
Wait, is this? What happened?
We have the 5 biggest Bible mysteries yet to be solved. Let's begin. Number 5, location of Eden. One of the most enduring Bible mysteries is the actual location of the mythical Garden of Eden. This incredibly important site has been unknown for thousands of years, although many experts claim to have found its location. Many of these theories have a lot of evidence to back them up. Whether or not any have hit the nail on the head, they are incredibly interesting historical accounts and worth looking into. The majority of the sites proposed are found in the Middle East, with some claiming North Africa and even Asia. There are, of course, a number of newer Western religions that claim the Garden of Eden is to be found somewhere in the U.S., although this claim so far doesn't stand up to scrutiny. Number 4. Jesus' birth year. While we know the location and general timeline surrounding Jesus' birth, scholars still aren't certain of the exact year that Jesus was born. Considering we've based our calendar around this monumental date, it's interesting to learn that our best guess is just that, a good guess, not based on any concrete evidence. We know through ancient texts and scripts what was happening at the time and the goings-on of the major players involved. The dates and timelines given in these accounts, however, are based on a number of different time-telling systems that weren't quite as advanced as our own. It's understandable that the answer to this question would be difficult, but still interesting that we haven't managed to accurately pinpoint it. With technology and our understanding of the past advancing, hopefully we can put this point to rest in the near future. Number 3, Jesus' missing years. We have somewhat detailed accounts regarding Jesus' birth, although even that's got some holes, as we pointed out earlier. It goes without saying that we have a mostly complete record of his adult life and final years, but what we don't know much about, however, is everything that happened in between. Actually, we know nothing about who Jesus was as a boy, teenager, or young man. This mystery is made even greater considering just how much of a celebrity he was in his time. Given the fanfare we assume accompanied his birth, it's odd that nobody cared to follow his career until he was already famous, so to speak. Number 2, crucifixion site. One of the aspects of Jesus' death that we still don't know for sure is the site of his crucifixion. While this may surprise you, it should be made clear that there were a lot of crucifixion sites in the area that he was sentenced to death. Furthermore, once he was tried and convicted, the government at the time wouldn't have made a big fuss about recording his specific site over any others. To them, he was just any other man, after all. Number 1, Lost Gospels. Perhaps a lot of these mysteries remain because there are so many lost scriptures and gospels that didn't quite make it into the final King James version of the Bible that we're used to. Even many ancient copies and revisions are missing the majority of the Gospels we know were included at some point. Over the years, entire sections of the Bible have been rewritten, edited, cut, and muddied by scholars eager to confirm their own conclusions and studies. This cutting of important information is nothing new and shouldn't distract from the underlying message of the Bible, but the fact remains that mere man probably had a lot to do with the missing Gospels. Quite a few of those have been found. While they haven't made it into our version, they're thoroughly studied for any further clues, and many more are undoubtedly waiting to be discovered. And there, you have the 5 biggest Bible mysteries yet to be solved. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and share it. And if you haven't already, subscribe down below to get notified almost every single Some things are a complete mystery to us when it comes to real and mysterious sightings that even movie editors can't create in their imagination, yet they exist in our world. As we thrive further into our existence, more footage comes to light, but many of it's still unexplained up to this day. we've compiled a list of our all-time best of creatures caught on camera type videos that you must see if you haven't already. Make sure you watch this video till the end, because you will be surprised by the unknown things that us humans have caught with our own eyes. Let's begin. Flying humanoids caught in Peru. This footage allegedly captures what appears to be a human-like being floating or flying above a city in Peru. The footage was captured by Cesar Rodriguez, a video producer in Puerto Maldonado. The footage was uploaded by Anthony Choi, a Peruvian-based ufologist and journalist, lending to its credibility. The strange figure appears to be wearing either a cape or perhaps robes as it floats above the city. There's yelling as spectators point to the figure in the sky above. After a few minutes, the figure flies off into the clouds and we lose sight of it. This is the only known footage of the sighting. Flying creature in Pennsylvania. This video captures what appears to be a reptilian flying creature in the skies of Pennsylvania. The creature, which appears to be a dragon or as some have suggested a pterodactyl, flies near the heavy gray clouds in an overcast day. While the creature easily blends into the skyline, we can make out some features. Its wings are large and pointed. It has a small, round body and a long, slender tail that trails out behind it. This is the only known video of this sighting, and perhaps due to the unfavorable, dark, windy conditions, the only sighting of the creature on this day. Floating girl in forest. This video, captured by a Russian man, shows what appears to be a little girl floating over her parent. The man discovers the pair as he walks his dog through the woods. As he chases the dog, he finds the daughter and guardian. The girl seems to float at twice the height of the adult, leaning forward as if she's practicing how to fly. The man records the two, but the little girl realizes he's there. He tries to hide, and the two begin to flee. Just what was it that the man found out in the woods? Aliens? Witches? Superhumans? There's no knowing. Flying humanoid in Turkey. This CCTV captured in Turkey shows a strange, small humanoid figure walking up and down an empty street at night. At first, the creature might be mistaken for a child due to its small stature and humanoid silhouette, though upon closer inspection, it appears as if it may be even smaller than a child, perhaps even the size of a newborn or a small animal. Then, effortlessly, it takes a step off the ground and floats into the air. It flies off screen for a few seconds and then returns to the ground below, walking across the street. What could the origin of this strange creature be? Could it be a ghost, fairy, or perhaps a jinn of Islamic folklore? In a country as old as Turkey, anything is possible. Dragon caught flying over mountains in China. Dragons have always had a special place in the history and mythology of China. Long, serpent-like dragons are often the subjects of art, films, and representative celebrations. Dragon bones or fossils are used in homeopathic remedies. Some believe the dragons may have actually been dinosaurs that were able to escape extinction, and that perhaps those reptilian animals responsible for legends of dragons might even be alive today. It's no surprise that China is the subject of many reported dragon sightings, but this sighting may surprise you. In this footage captured by a Chinese man, the dragon appears incredibly Western with its reptilian wings, short body, and hind legs. The creature appears to fly effortlessly over the mountains below. The area appears remote, so this may be the only footage of such a sighting. Skinwalker. Historically, skinwalkers were a sacred part of Navajo lore. Skinwalkers were believed to be powerful witches who could transform into animals and people. Some people believe that the Wendigo, a Canadian cryptid and creature of lore, may be one famous example of a skinwalker that transcends cultural boundaries due to its strange human yet animal-like appearance. With the age of the internet, other reports of skinwalkers have been made. Skinwalkers are believed to want to harm people and will steal the appearance of campers or hikers in order to get into their group. These photos captured by the Reddit user Kinky Pisha may be the only physical evidence of these strange monsters. Zashiki Warashi Yokai. Yokai are the demons of Japanese folklore. Yokai in Japanese means bewitching, attractive, calamity, specter, apparition, mystery, and suspicious. While you may be familiar with the concept of yokai from the video game Yokai Watch, yokai have traditionally been much more terrifying and troublesome in Japanese folklore. Yokai began as early animist spirits in Japanese culture, which were believed to be responsible for a number of minor nuisances or accidents. Yokai are often considered to be ghost-like spirits with the intent of scaring or harming their victims. One such yokai, Zashiki Warashi, is a childlike spirit that haunts homes. Zashiki Warashi is said to inhabit every house and frightens or annoys its inhabitants by running through the house at night, making noise or moving objects. This video may capture this spirit.